Wow, we are back, and without trying to sound like Arnold, it just feels so good to be back. You guys notice now we've got some new signage. We're at our favorite spot in our local park.
That's new.
The Hill. And there's a lot of newness as we drive through here. It was very emotional for me and Abby. And just a summary, we're going to bash this truck today. But in the real world that we live in, this park has been closed for months now, literally months.
Almost 2 months.
And it has just been so heartbreaking to see that it's closed, happily reopened now. But it's so daunting, and just there's a lot of weight on our hearts as we drive through because there's signage everywhere indicating that we're going through a crisis. You know, we've playground closed, they roped everything off. We have hand washing stations throughout, which honestly should have been here forever. But I understand that no need really. But these things are everywhere through the park. All the swings are taken off, and
the picnic tables are like they're trying to tell you not to use them, I think. But then they have like an occupancy sign right here. It's just crazy because we've come to this park for like 7, 8, well, before the channel we were coming to this park.
8 years or so. Yeah, this has been such an emotional roller coaster for me, and at heart, I am an airplane guy. I love flying my planes. We've been doing a lot of that because luckily our privately owned field that is a club hasn't had to close or anything, but this has. And so even though I love airplanes probably a little more than trucks, it feels so good to be back here at the Hill. We got to experience the Hill one time this year because this section of the park is gated off, and
right before the park closed.
Once. And we were like, yes, we're going to get to come back here with all these trucks and have a great time. And then Corona. So it's just been so crazy. This is, I don't even care. This video, yeah, we're going to drive this truck, okay? But this is just like life. I mean, this is getting all of us. In my opinion, though. See, Abby and I thought, she was like, Nate, this park, it's going to be so crowded. There's going to be so many people.
It's not.
We saw, honestly, maybe about 10 total people coming back here.
In the whole 200 acres of the park.
It's a huge park. Is it 200 acres?
It's over 200 acres, I read.
It's a huge park. And so for me, that tells me, and I have a very strong opinion, this is my own personal opinion, that this park did not need to close. Not a single time or a single day. I don't think it needed to close. Do you?
The only time I see people not practicing social distancing ever in this park, park, is like when they're using the shelters. But then, you know, you get groups of 4 or so playing Frisbee golf, and you got people like me and you that come here.
And you and I are allowed to be next to each other. We don't have to stand 6 feet apart because we're married.
Yeah.
So the 2 guys that you see walking by might be father, son, might be 2 brothers. Yeah. You know, Frisbee golf.
This park never needed to close.
No. I do think some areas
that needed to happen, I think.
Yes,
but
take the swings off.
That's about it.
So the kiddos aren't passing the germs, I guess. But this park did not need to close, and I'm so happy that it is back open. It was actually chained and locked off. We physically could not get back here, legally could not get back here, and that just blows my mind. It really, this whole thing does. But today is a good day. We are going to get this truck dirty on the Hill. It's not the most ideal truck to be like celebrating the reopening of this park, but it does fall in line with the speed test that we did, so we're going to commit to that. And
it still has range issues because we didn't trade out the receiver for this video because we just wanted it stock.
Yeah, well, and also I don't have an extra one at home. I thought I did. I need to order an extra receiver. So let's bash this thing. Let's have some fun. Could this be the world's first wheelie by a hand washing station during the quarantine? I think so. Here we go. No, it just popped a couple wheelies. There. Okay. So yeah, this video, although we try to make our videos about the product, our channel is called TheRcSaylors. I mean, it kind of is what's going on in our RC lives, and some people don't get that. It's like an RC vlog channel.
Sailor is our last name.
Yeah. This truck, we did a speed test. It was a little slower than we had hoped, but you'll see that for bashing on the included 2S battery, it's pretty fast. For a monster truck, I like this thing a lot. I really do. It did have range issues for the speed test, but that was on a giant wide open parking lot. And here in the tighter quarters, I think we're going to be okay. I think you're going to like driving this. I don't know if it'll make it up the hill but I don't know. I'm just happy to
Can I do the first hill climb?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Abby, I'm going to pass the controls off to you. Before I do, it was interesting. The years and years and years that we've been in this park, I've never once seen a park official like patrolling or anything, but on our way back here, we had to pull off the side for a truck coming, and there was a park official set on his truck and stuff, and he was just like waving at us and just like, we're all just so happy that this is open. It never should have been closed. Okay, Abby's at the controls.
This feels like, I know we've done some trucks, but this just feels like I haven't done a truck in forever being here.
Well, because all the truck videos we've done have been at the airfield, and it's just not the same driving on. Look at that, look at that. I'm really surprised. I did not think this would make it up the hill, but it blasted right up. Remember, this is just a brushed 10th scale 2-wheel drive, rear wheel drive truck that's operating on a 2S LiPo. It's conquering the hill, no problem, Abby.
Yeah, that's not even cool.
That's wild. I'm really impressed by this. Guys, we're back at the hill. We are back. I probably sounded like this when we did our first hill climb and then got shut down for 2 months. But, oh, it just feels good to be back. I mean, we've been doing tons. You just hit the Frisbee golf. You just hit the Frisbee golf pole. Let's see if you can get it back. I don't want to. There you go. Good job. Nice job, Abby. Look at that water splash. Isn't this a cool looking truck too?
It does. It looks so good.
I really like the classic kind of older style of the body.
It's like old school mixed with new school.
Oh, you know what? I said I was going to put TheRcSaylors stickers on. I'll tell you what, I charged a couple batteries coming out today. I think I was just nervous to know, are we going to waste our time going to this park? You know, is it going to be closed when we get here? So I also charged some airplane batteries in preparation for this being closed.
Or just too crowded.
Yeah, if it was really crowded, we were going to avoid it. But seriously, like 10 people here. But this was all over Facebook. Everyone was pumped that it's going to be open. But it's over 200 acres. I didn't know it was that big, but Abby says she's looked into it. Over 200 acres. So it would take a lot of people to feel like it was crowded at over 200 acres. This is a really popular Frisbee golf course spot.
We've seen 4 Frisbee golfers.
Yeah. Now I'm really sad for Amelia through this. I know she's little. She most likely won't remember this, but it's got to be impacting her only seeing old mom and dad for 2 straight months. That was a good ramp, Abby. See, we got our little ramp curb spot back. You know, Amelia she was swinging on slings before all this happened, and you know, now she's not getting that social opportunity with the other kiddos, and it kills us. But it's so nice to be back out at this park today, and I know I'm probably rubbing it in for some people.
Just know that if your state is still under pretty strict, you know, social distancing, stay-at-home orders, or if maybe you're like our state where we have some phases coming up within the next week and a half of opening stores and everything back up. Just know that those states that don't have an end in sight yet, you know, we're thinking of you and we're praying for you.
And honestly, that's why we're doing these videos. Abby and I could just sit at home and do videos in the front yard or whatever, but we're coming out here to do these videos so you guys have an escape. You know, I get it. It's one thing to just be stuck on your couch forever. Oh. Signal loss? Okay, first time signal loss, but you know what, for bashing, it has not been that bad. We make these videos because, one, I play video games to try to help me keep my sanity. I mean, when Amelia goes down, I edit and I play video games until I get sleepy. That's my routine after Amelia goes to sleep. And it's my escape. You know, I stress about it all day long, and then or during the day, if we're out driving the RCs or flying the RCs, that's my escape during the day. So truly, RCs and video games have gotten me through this, and family, just FaceTiming family and stuff. This does seem to be pretty waterproof. I wouldn't take it in the deep spot though. I don't know. I'm not too worried about that receiver because it's already got issues. I plan on replacing it. This is a truck I think we're going to keep, don't you?
It's really cool.
I don't plan on getting rid of this one. I like it. It's just unique.
I feel like it's a good one to like upgrade and everything.
Well, receiver will be the first thing, but it's performing really well. We haven't rolled it. It's not a truck that just rolls over all the time. Most monster trucks do. Can pop wheelies even on a 2S battery. I'm impressed with that. It's spacious and easy to work on. You know what? You see that wire that's sticking out of it? It came with a converter. It came with a converter. It has a Tamiya plug on there, which is so old school and outdated. But it came with it, Tamiya to Dean's. Look at that. That was nice. You like this truck, don't you? I missed being here. Me too. It could have been that little $10 buggy. You'd be happy? You guys remember that buggy? Yeah. I thought it was 20 bucks. My little beetle bug. It could have been that, and I would be happy to be here. It does feel good to be here because we haven't been around trees for 2 months, and that is so unlike us. I mean, we don't have trees at our airfield. We do, they're off. Oh, a lot of water. It was bound to happen. Yeah. That's a nice truck. I'd say I'd pop off those fake lights on top. Yeah, put a real light bar up there. Because look at it right now. They keep twisting back. Yeah. They keep twisting back. No matter how you drive it, they just kind of fall back. But that'd be so easy, Abby, to just, I mean, they pop off. To mount the light bar. Yeah. Such a simple little thing. Even the included receiver, which the receiver, didn't we say it's like right there by the motor? There are ports for lights. Yeah, even on the included receiver, which... Or you could get one that plugs into your balance port or something like that. A lot of options on this thing. It'd look good with a light bar up top. Should I let you have a turn? Yeah, I'd like to drive it. I haven't taken it vertical yet. I've only been on the... Sorry, I didn't mean to be stingy. No. Are you kidding? Ground vehicles are your thing. I told people airplanes are mine. Ground vehicles are yours. I'm gonna let you do the first, of course. Yeah, this drives really well. The radio isn't anything to write home about, but you know what? This thing now, when we got ours, was a little over 200 bucks, like $215 or so, I think. And now it's under $200, so I think this is a great truck. It doesn't go too fast to where you'll snap. Nice, that was a good little twist. Let's see if I can do it here. Woo! Nice. That's so fun. Two-wheel drive is fun. You got some different driving tendencies than what four-wheel drive has. Yeah. You want to climb the hill? Oh, you first to roll. You guys try to climb the hill. Do it. Well, first I'll do the little baby hill here. Now, I'll tell you what too, guys. This battery, this is the one that we did the speed test on, the 2S that came with it. And I also brought the 3S, but not intending to drive it on it because I think that's too fast to bash this truck. Oh, that's sad. That's so sad. See, this is why you're our truck person. I missed it. My front wheels. It's two-wheel drive. They were popped up, and I didn't have any. You got to hit it the right angle, or you're done. Oh yeah, Abby. Jeez, you did it like 4 or 5 times in a row. See if I can get this. Steer left. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Steer right. There we go. I made it. Oh, you made it. Third? Was that the third try? I don't know. Third time's the charm? We won't talk about it. Oh man, it feels so good to be back here, guys. I'm sorry in a way that I spent so much time at the beginning of this video just talking about what's going on, but look, I don't care who you are. I've seen some of the biggest YouTubers out there that do like just unboxings and stuff. Unbox Therapy. I like him. I've liked him for years. He's just, that's all he talks about now. It's just what we're all talking about because we're all living through it. It's hard to avoid. Well, and when I saw the article that said this park was opening, when did I see that? Like 2 days ago? I like freaked out. And then I sent it to Nate, but he didn't see my message. And then he saw it like 30 minutes later and he was freaking out like, oh my gosh, Abby! It's gonna open. I mean, what do you guys think? You know, here we are. Closing everything down. I'm really happy to be here. Me too. Oh, that's got to be the battery. That's the battery. Yeah. Yep. So whatever yesterday's speed test times were plus this run time, that had to be at least 20 minutes. Probably a little more. 15. I'd give it 15. That says it's a 2200 milliamp 2-cell LiPo, but it felt really light. I mean, it felt like 1,000 milliamps or less. I'm just being honest with you guys. So expect about a 15-minute runtime, realistically. Just get yourself a nice 4,000 or 5,000 milliamp battery and you'll probably easily get 35 to 40-minute runtimes easily on this. 5,000 milliamps on ground vehicles goes a long way, if you're interested. I mean, and if you are, we'll have a link in the description box below. This is one that we're gonna hold on to. It's gonna stay in our personal collection, at least until something else cooler comes along and kicks it out. This is probably gonna take the place of some other smaller thing that we have like one of the 12428 knockoffs that we have, or something like that, because we have a lot of those. I like it. If you're on board and you like it too, we'll have a link in the description box below. Just know that when you buy stuff through our links, it supports us. It helps keep the lights on. If you planned on buying something anyway, and you're like, you know what, I'd like to support the Sailors, if we have a video on it, click our link and buy it. It doesn't have to just be this truck, so we appreciate that. That goes a very long way to help keep food in the bellies and gas in the car and batteries charged, just like our patron supporters. But I thank God for getting us out here today, because
this is a blessing.
It's a blessing.
It really is.
I was going stir crazy this morning. I told Abby I'm bored. I need to do something. I got to get hands on, and just, I thought I heard something over there. I got to get my hands on something, and I've got a couple airplanes I can build, but you can do that when it's dark. It's not raining. I just needed this. I needed this. So I'm so grateful. Very grateful. I want to thank our patrons. All of these names that are scrolling by right now are some of our top tier patron supporters. To you guys, I say thank you so much, but also everyone that supports us all the way down to $1. Thank you guys so much. Well, this was a fun truck, but we also have driven some trucks that launch up off of this hill. I think we're going to find one of those for you. That was a blast. You guys really need to check that out. A good time, a good memory. We'll have that video popping up right about now. Thanks a lot for watching. See you there.